Private equity financiers will host a fundraiser for GOP presidential candidate Nikki Haley in Boston today. Haley picked up a key political endorsement earlier this week from our next guest. I want to welcome Governor Chris Sununu of New Hampshire. And Governor, thanks for being here.
Of course. Always great to be back in New York. See how the other side's living.
We haven't seen you in a long time. It's good to see you. Your endorsement this week caught a lot of attention because this is very important with the New Hampshire primaries coming up. A lot of people have been vying for that, including Chris Christie, who was with us just about a week or so ago. What led you to the point where you actually decided to endorse?
Yeah, well, look, I probably more than anyone else in the country, I've been on the trail with all these candidates, dozens and dozens of stops and town halls and diners, and time again, Nikki connects first and foremost. I think she was a governor, right? She understands that customer service aspect. In New Hampshire, we're the live free or die state, right? So we want limited government, we want local control, we want low taxes, individual responsibility, and to kind of have someone really understand that they can carry that to the White House, putting people first, not big government systems. In New Hampshire, that's really what's moving her numbers more than anything. And then you had the background. I mean, she was a governor. She knows how to balance budgets. She's an accountant, right? She understands market. She understands creating jobs. What she did for South Carolina, creating thousands and thousands of jobs was awesome. And then on top of that, you had this international experience, which no other candidate has, unparalleled. And now more than ever, the international issues are really coming to bear on America.
So what are the odds, though, that Nikki Haley is going to catch up to former President Trump?
In New Hampshire, I think she can win. There's no question about it. Our numbers typically start to move about now. They'll start to move in early January. People wait a long time before they really make up their mind. And I think the Republican Party overall has done a very good job narrowing the field down. You're not looking at 13 different candidates. You're really looking at 2 or 3 at this point. By the time it gets to New Hampshire, it's really Nikki Haley versus Donald Trump for the Republican nomination. It's going to be a one-on-one race. She's spending the time. When she goes to these town halls, this is what I love. Everyone gives a speech, but she spends a lot of time just taking questions. And when you're super transparent, you're letting folks engage with you and ask those questions, that's how you earn trust. And if there's anything Washington needs right now, it's a little bit of trust because no one's carrying it.
The latest polls, though, show Donald Trump far and away outpacing Nikki Haley or anybody else.
Well, that shouldn't be a surprise. The guy is a former president. He was the standard bearer for the party for so long. The fact is, though, for someone in that position to basically have a ceiling of 50%, right? He has a high floor. Well, I'll give him that, maybe about 30, 35%, whatever it is. He's never really going to go below that. But for someone with that background, where half of the party is saying, look, give us anybody else. So Nikki has the best chance of beating Donald Trump in the primary and far and away the best chance of beating Joe Biden. I think the Wall Street Journal poll had her up 17 points on Biden. The reason that's important is because she carries more seats with her. She carries governors, congressmen, school board seats. Trump, we lose seats with Trump. I remind everyone of 2022. I don't want a repeat of that where the Trump candidates and the red wave just never happened. We have such an opportunity here to get it right.
It's just such a strange conundrum. I think Donald Trump and Joe Biden are the only two who could beat each other potentially.
Yeah, and nobody wants either of them, right? I mean, that would just be the disastrous ticket of America. I still believe that there's a strong chance Joe Biden isn't on the ticket because he polls so badly against everybody. I mean, Joe Biden is so bad, he's literally losing against Donald Trump now at this point. So I think the Democrats are going to smarten up, and whichever party decides to move on from their presumed candidate first, if the Republicans move on from Trump first, they win. If we don't and the Democrats do it at the convention, they'll win. So we have the opportunity to solidify this thing and get America realizing we don't live in the past, man. We are about the future. We're about moving forward, a next generation of conservative leadership.
The governor of Iowa endorsed Ron DeSantis, came out early, and that matters because of the caucuses in Iowa, too. She took a lot of flack from Donald Trump. Have you taken flack from Donald Trump for what?
Some nudging here and there, I suppose. I don't really pay attention to the social media stuff. I'm sure as we get closer, it'll get nudgier and nudgier. He with the endorsement coming in, he said, "Oh, let's do a rally in New Hampshire." He'll come to New Hampshire and do a bunch of his rallies. But this is the problem with Trump. Look, Nikki and I supported Trump in 16. We supported him in 20. But you can't live in the past. And when he comes to New Hampshire now, it's not the rallies of 2016, guys. It's 90 minutes of kind of droning on the legal stuff. He doesn't have the fastball. He doesn't have the energy. I think at one of his last rallies, he's talking about Jesus Christ as Speaker of the House and comparing himself to Nelson Mandela. If he's not on the teleprompter, he goes, it's not the same guy. So thank you for the service. Thank you for the 4 years. Republicans are going to galvanize around, again, that next generation, next opportunity of leadership. So it's kind of weird.
Who do you support if it's Trump versus Biden?
Oh, well, I'm going to support the Republican. I mean, I think most of America. I think Trump has a chance of beating Biden. All the polls say that. So I don't think I'm an outlier when I say that we're going to support the Republican ticket. But we don't have to support. We don't have to just settle for Trump. We don't have to settle. You know, Trump's biggest problem is all the distractions, right? These legal distractions are going to go on for years. We know that. Inflation is real. Inflation is crushing families. The border crisis is real. You need a president giving 120% of their time on those issues to get them done, because he didn't get them done the first time. So to have somebody that's constantly worried about courtrooms and legal, whether you agree with that stuff or not, whether you think it was politically driven or not, doesn't matter. That chaos is going to be following him for the next 3 years. So you can't have a president completely distracted when so much is at stake to get stuff done.
As a governor, you've got a front row seat for what's happening in the economy. How is the economy from your perspective?
Well, New Hampshire is crushing it, there's no doubt. But I think the realities of, I don't want to call it a burst or whatever you're going to call it, but there's going to be a significant slowdown. There's no doubt about it. States so far, people don't realize a lot of this ARPA money that's out there, states are still holding on to a lot of it, maybe a third of it. It might have been obligated or allocated, but it was designed to go out through 2026. So this inflation,
the money from COVID.
Yeah, the money from COVID, the ARPA money, the infrastructure money, the Inflation Reduction Act, whatever that is. But that's trillions of dollars that's actually still sitting in bank accounts. So that's going to keep flowing into the economy, keeping, I think, inflation quite high, allowing things to get propped up, but only for the haves. If you're in those industries and businesses that governments will keep investing in, then you're going to be okay. But if not, you're going to be in trouble. So you're going to keep getting this bifurcated economy, incredibly high housing prices, struggles with low-income families, and a lack of the middle class.
What do you think of what the market's reaction has been to Jay Powell's comments from earlier this week? Because we've had analyst after analyst who's now come in, and investors who have come in and said, it looks like everything's an all clear for 2024 as far as the markets are concerned. The economy.
I'm just a lowly governor, but I do watch this. I see it. I do see it front row. I think that's wrong. I think mid to late 24, you're definitely going to see some slowdown. I don't see how you don't.
Soft landing slowdown or something more severe?
My guess is soft landing, because it's going to stretch out through 25, through 26, because all this government money is going to keep flowing, at least for the next few years. But with that lower income families, they're going to be the ones hurting the most. And I think housing prices are going to remain very high and unattainable for a lot of
I was going to ask what you see in tax receipts. You don't have taxes.
What are tax receipts? I'm from New Hampshire.
Taxes. You do see sales taxes, no?
No
taxes
no income, no sales, no inheritance. What we do have is some mid-level business taxes. Okay. Those are still very high because businesses are making profits, right? Post-COVID, businesses learn to do a lot more with less, especially on the labor side, because there is labor shortages. So they're being forced to invest in infrastructure and capital that allow them to keep their businesses going, whether it's online sales or whatever it might be, without all the high labor costs. Because frankly, young people are having less kids later in life. That's a big part of the labor shortage that's out there. Young people are going to more alternative forms of labor. They're doing 2 or 3 jobs out of their house, right? They're entrepreneurial, they're coding, whatever it might be. So because of that, businesses are still successful. The money is still out there. Inflation is still high. That means their profit margins are high. So a state like New Hampshire does well because all we look at is business profits tax.